Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Kia in Ewing, New Jersey. Take a look at this brand new 2024 Kia EV6 GT line, but this is the extended range version with rear wheel drive only in runway red. So we're going to check this out, see what Kia is bringing in the EV6 for the 2024 model year. So let's dig in. Front end of the EV6 in the runway red with gloss black on the formerly known as Tiger Nose grille. We have LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED turn signals. We have gloss black down around the bottom. I like the fact that they went with the runway red down here. Didn't put gloss black down here. That would have been too much. And then I wish we had functional side air curtains, but these are blocked up fake vents. What do you think about the front end of this 2024 EV6? Right, the wheel and tire package on this EV6. We have a 19-inch machined aluminum alloy wheel, Kia badge on the center cap, gloss black, silver accents. Now these 19-inch wheels are wrapped in Kumho Grugan all-terrain tires, 235 on the width, a 55 series sidewall 19s. All four corners, rear wheel drive. Full side profile on the 24 EV6, the runway red. I think it's a good color on this vehicle. Gloss black around the windows, gloss black around the bottom of the doors. Let me know how you feel about that. That could get beat up after a few thousand miles. We have the futuristic EV6 look. Let me know how you feel about that. Nothing has changed here on the exterior from 2023. As we move in closer, we are gloss black on the side view mirrors, LED turn signals, 360-degree view cameras. We're color matched on the front and the rear door handle, and of course they are shaved and they'll go right into the body line so they don't stick out. Again, to channel that air down the side of the vehicle, improve range. But we do have, in case you run out of battery, there is a keyhole in there for an emergency key to unlock the door. The charge port is at the back right of the car. We have a roof spoiler coming off the top, color matched roof with shark fin antenna, and a standard sunroof. Rear end of the EV6, we have the LED taillights, LED turn signals, and I do like the way the taillights come all the way across the entire length of the tailgate. Looks pretty cool. Taillights are just blinking on the outside of that display, which I think is good. Now we have Kia badge in the middle, EV6 on the left, GT line on the right, and then a lot of gloss black down here. Unfortunately, we have more fake venting all over the back of the car. Not in love with that. Let me know what you guys think. All right, we're under the hood of this 24 EV6. And what are we looking at? We're looking at the front mounted trunk, which there isn't much room in there except for maybe some charging cables. But what we have here is a 77.4 kilowatt hour, 697 volt lithium polymer battery pack mated to one electric motor on the rear axle. That's good for 225 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 134 in the city, 101 on the highway, 117 combined. Now, as we move in closer, if I open this up, that's really much all you have for a front-mounted trunk, and that's really not good enough in today's day and age. Okay, we're back here at the charge port. This is at the right rear of the vehicle, and we have two ways to charge this. Level 2 charger at home or DC fast charge. Now, on a full charge, you're looking at an estimated 310 miles. Charging time, if you at a level 2 charger at home, is going to be just short of 9 hours. Now, DC fast charging to a full charge in about an hour and 20. Now the upside to EV6 is that it has an 800 volt charging architecture, which allows you to go to 10% to 80% in only 18 minutes, and that's going to give you about 217 miles of range in only 18 minutes. So that's a good deal. Let me know what you guys think. EV6 also has V2L capability, which means you can power something outside the vehicle with the EV6 battery. There's an adapter that's in the trunk area that you plug into this, and then you can plug in whatever you want to plug into that, whether it be a stove or a compressor or a generator, and your EV6 battery will power that external object. It's called vehicle to load, or V2L. All right, before we get into the interior of this EV6 GT line long range, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much I'm going to have to lay out for one of these. Well, here is the deal. Base price for the 2024 EV6 GT line rear-wheel drive long range is $52,900. Now, the GT line comes with additional features that are added as included in the base price. Those extra features are the surround view monitor, blind spot view monitor, power sunroof, GT line exterior and interior styling, automatic pop-out outside door handles, augmented reality head-up display, remote smart park assist, parking collision avoidance assistance reverse, forward collision avoidance assistance, Fusion Plus, highway driving assist 2. That's all included in the $52,900. Now this one has no additional options. So all we have to do is add in destination and delivery of $1,325 from Kia's South Korea assembly plant, and we have a total MSRP from the factory of $54,225. Now the dealer added 3 accessories. They added the all-weather mats for an additional $325, the wheel locks for an additional $167, and the cargo tray for an additional $225. So the total vehicle asking price on the lot today is $54,942. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. We do have aluminum finish on the brake and the accelerator. It would have been nice to put that on the dead pedal as well. There's your all-season EV6 floor mats in the vehicle. We have power seats with lumbar for the driver front passenger. Then we have black Syntex seating with white, with the stitching, nice looking design. Headrests are a little firm, bolstering's nice, but a nice looking interior. Door panels, soft touch up top, brushed aluminum on the door handle, gloss black around that, gloss black on the switchgear on the door. Fairly soft armrest, more of that white plastic underneath that to kind of dress up the door panel a little bit more. We do have the optional Meridian sound system in this EV6. Up top, we have plastic up here, but that's recycled material plastic. And then we have this nice design into the heat and air vents, which I like. We have our ambient lighting that runs across here. Of course, being the daytime, you can't see the lighting, but that's where you're going to have your ambient lighting looking beautiful. And then down below, a nice large glove box. All right, in the 2024 EV6, we have Kia's 12.3-inch infotainment system. We go to our nav, and we have really nice response, looking good. Dual panel action, of course. Now, this is not the second generation system we're going to see in EV9, so we're still looking at wired CarPlay, Android Auto. We can go to home. We can look at our EV menu and get all the action from what kind of range we have left and all that good jazz. So they have that. They got your V2L on or off, if you can see down there, as I was talking about that. So it is nice to see that. We can go back. We can go to our map, navigation, phone projection, climate control, valet mode. Oops, we can go ahead and get that dual zone climate control going from right here if you want to do that, or you can do it on the hard controls if you want. And then we can go to quiet mode, which is going to turn the speakers in the back off. So if you have a kid sleeping back there, they won't hear the music you have on. So that's a nice touch. We can go to our setup. We can go to vehicle. And then we can go to adjusting our head-up display, active sound design. We can go here. We can go to advanced settings. And then we can decide what kind of interior sound we want in our EV6, because an electric vehicle doesn't make noise. So if you want something on, we'll go with Cyber, and we'll go with largest change. So hopefully that'll show up when we're doing our drive today. So that's a nice little change. Again, you can adjust your head-up display, your climate, your seat, your lights. We go down to seats. We We have our ambient lighting right there, nice and easy. We can go and take a look at the moods that we have that we can change to if we would like, or we can set our custom color down below and spin the wheel. So they got you set there. We can also get it back on and we can go to seat. And this is where we can go our seat change position alert. We can go to our easy access, which is on normal. So when you turn off the car and open the door, the seat moves back and the steering wheel moves up to let you get out of the car easier. So that's a nice deal as well. So they got a whole bunch of nice stuff in here. It's just that you're going to have to go with wired CarPlay and Android Auto until the next generation system gets into EV6. Now, our backup camera, look at that. 360-degree view, nice and clear with trajectory, takes up the whole screen, which I like. You can spin your EV6 around if you want to do that as well. But it's a really nice looking camera, and I like it here, especially since it takes up the whole 12.3 inches. 2 heat and air vents, 4-way hazards, dual panel screen. We've seen this before. When you have it up here on this arrow, then that is going to give you your hard controls for your map, nav, radio, and media setup. If you put it on fan, that's going to give you your HVAC controls, dual climate control action, and these buttons, instead of becoming power and volume, become up or down on your climate. And then you can sync them together and you're all set. So you're all set there with that, which I like. Down below, we have a floating center console. So I'm going to start down the bottom where we have a USB-A, USB-C. We have a 12-volt and another USB-C, and then storage underneath your center console. Now as we move up to the top of the center console, we have 3-stage ventilated seats and 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Here is the power button to turn the vehicle on and off. Here is the 1-speed automatic control right here. We have our parking cameras, auto vehicle hold parking sensors, wireless charging pad, 2 cup holders, Kia key fob, that detonator style key fob, lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button. Top button is remote start, and these 2 buttons here allow you to move your EV6 in and out of a tight parking space with you outside of the vehicle. So that's a nice touch. Nice weight too. Then we have our center armrest, pretty hard with that recycled plastic, and then in there, nice area for storage. EV6 steering wheel, we have a nice steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, nice stitching, Syntex material. Right here, Kia badge here. I'm not a fan of this style wheel. Kind of makes me think I'm in my dad's old Buick Roadmaster. Let me know what you guys think, but it is flat bottom, so it's easy to get in and out of the vehicle, no problem. We have our drive mode button right here, which we'll show you when we get to the dash. Then we have gloss black plastic on our switchgear, where we have on the left, you have your safety suite controls and the controls for your digital dash, and on the right, you have your telephone voice commands, favorites button, and the modes for your infotainment screen. The paddles are here to adjust the level of regen braking. So if you want to drive one pedal, you would click it on max regen, and it's one pedal driving. So as you take your foot off the power pedal, this car automatically stops, or you can set your level of regen to 0 and drive it like a normal car. It's really up to you. Now on the stalks, we have our headlight controls. On the right, we have our windshield wiper controls. Down below here, you have your brighten dim the dash, pop the tailgate. That is to open up your fuel door, your charge port. Then you have that emergency parking brake or electric parking brake, and then traction control off. Steering wheel is tilting and telescoping, so that's a nice touch. And now here is our 12.3 inch digital dash. Drive modes, we have normal, sport, eco, and if you hold it in for a second, you go to snow. So even with rear wheel drive single motor, we have a snow mode, which I like. But I think most people are going to probably rock with this in eco. Let me know what you think. And then you can go through additional information in the middle of the screen if you would like to do that. So it's really easy to use. It's really nice looking as well. All right, here's the overhead console on EV6. We do have LED interior dome lighting for that lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door. This button pushed in with the orange light on. When you open the door, lighting comes on. Close the door, the lighting will dim out. Here is the SOS button in case there's an emergency on the road, and the button right to its left, that's Kia Connect, so you can connect the car up to your phone. Here's the controls for this roof. So one touch, back goes the power shade, and then open the glass. Nice and simple. Wind buffer comes up, one touch back, and back comes that. So I like the fact even with a standard sunroof, you get the power shade. That's nice. And then we have our visor with vanity and a light. LED too. That's nice. And then, does it slide? Yes, it does, to block out the side sun. All right, door panel. My apologies for a little sun glare. We have 2 memory seat settings up here on the door. And then with this button right on top, we can power fold the mirrors, and they will fold in when you lock the car. Getting into the rear seat of EV6, I have the seat set for my driving position. We'll hop in, nice flat roof, but you have to lower your head a little bit to get in. Now, once I'm in, plenty of headroom at 5'11", shoulder width room and knee room, even though my knees sit a little high. My guess is the batteries are down underneath my feet. We do have plastic on the back with a plastic seat pocket. Not in love with that setup. Same thing on the back of the front passenger side seat. Now, we have USB-Cs in back of each seat for the rear seat passengers to plug into. We don't have any action going on in here, but we do have our heat and air vents in the B pillar on either side for the rear seat passengers, so I like that. Now, as we take a look at the back door panels, we have the same action as the front. Here's our front door panel. Here's the rear door panel. Same use of material, same vibe, so I like the way it looks. Back seats, we have the same syntax with the two-tone white, black with the insert design. Nice and comfortable, looks nice. We'll open up that center armrest, fairly firm, 2 cup holders. But overall, it's a pretty comfortable place to be in here in the back of this EV6. Getting in the cargo area of EV6, you can pop it from the dash, pop it from the key fob, or you come to the back. There's a button right next to your backup camera. Give it a push, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down using that button there. With the rear seats up, 24.4 cubic feet of space. As we move in, here is the all-season EV6 cargo mat. Open that up. There's your V2L. There's the tire mobility kit. Fix a flat, no spare. We do have a 12-volt right there, as well as some LED lighting in the back, which is nice. And now to get the rear seats down, that's pretty much a piece of cake. Right here, all you have to do, pull this. But when you get those rear seats down, it's 50.2 cubic feet of space in the back of this EV6. Window sticker on the EV6. We'll move on in. Give you the action. Standard equipment on the left. Options right here, all included. Total vehicle MSRP. Fuel economy estimates. Crash test rating, made in Korea. Here are the accessories the dealer added with the total vehicle asking price. Let's take her out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 2024 EV6 GT line. Long range, rear wheel drive only, in the runway red. Beautiful fall day, the leaves are changing. Nice and sunny, almost 70. What a day here in October, but plenty of visibility out the front. Side glass, side view mirror, rear view mirror, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz is in this EV6, so they got you covered there. Nice and smooth on the drive. It just feels really, really good. Got a nice head-up display that tells me how fast I'm going, what the speed limit on the road is, and if there's someone in my blind spot, it'll show up on the head-up display with a little red dot saying there's a car. And let's say if it's on the back left, there'll be a little red dot that lights up on the back left of the head-up display saying there's somebody there. So that's a nice touch as well. I like that. Plus, you also have your turn-by-turn navigation. If you're using the navigation in the car, that will show up on the head-up display. So that is a nice feature. But it's damped well, it drives well. Obviously, instant torque from 0 because it's electric. We have a 19.1 foot turning radius. Let's see how she does. And right around it goes, no problem. Very nice. Now we'll speed up, see how she does there. 225 on the horsepower, 258 on the torque. Go. And it gets you up there very easily. Obviously, with only the rear wheel mirrors, rear wheel motor, you're not going to get that full horsepower that you would get of a GT line all-wheel drive, because then you're looking at motors up front and out back, and that's going to get you more horsepower, but it's going to cut back on range. Here we're looking at an estimated 310 miles of range. Now, obviously, that is dependent upon the weather, the terrain you're driving on, whether you have the air conditioning on or the heat on or none of that on. So there's a lot of factors that determine what that range is going to be. But EV6, if you're looking at buying one of these and you live up in the north where it gets cold in the winter, this does have a heat pump, which will keep that battery warmer, so you won't lose so much range in the winter. So that's a nice touch. And along with the 800 volt charging architecture where you can charge this pretty quick, it makes EV6 a compelling SUV. The question is whether you like the shape or not, because the shape is very futuristic. It's very Moonmobile-like. So it all depends on what you like and what you think looks cool. But the interior-wise, it's well set up. I got the dual 12.3-inch screens right in front of me. I have my blind spot monitors that come out when I turn left or right. Those are the windshield wipers. We'll turn those off. But if I turn left, blind spot monitor turns on to make sure nobody's there. I want to turn left, it's right there. I want to turn right, the other monitor turns on so I can see. I don't crash into anybody that is next to me if I'm trying to make a turn. So that's a nice deal as well. And it's nice and quiet. You don't hear that license plate that's up between the window and the dash vibrating like crazy, which means Kia has gotten rid of any chassis vibration getting into the passenger cockpit. So that's always good for a nice smooth ride. And now we'll just make a left, zip right around, no problem. I don't know if you can hear that cyber sound that we set before, but it's on. It kind of goes woo, like you're in some kind of spaceship. I don't know. It is what it is. I guess it's better than fake engine sound. I wouldn't want that in an electric car. But it just drives very nicely. Very easy to drive. Question becomes, do you want an electric car? And if you do, does it fit in with your lifestyle? And is it going to be cheaper than gas? That's really what you need to answer. And then it takes off. No problem. So, let me know what you think about EV6 for 2024. It's really the same as the 2023 car. Don't see any changes at all. It's all the same stuff. But let me know what you think. Would you buy an electric car? Yes, no? If you would buy an electric car, or if you're in the market for an electric car, have you looked at an EV6? Would you consider looking at an EV6? Or would you go somewhere else because everybody's got one now? Let me know what you think about this EV6 and if you would buy something like this, or if you would go somewhere else with that hard-earned money, or are you going to stick with gas? Let me know in the comments. But I'd like to thank Ciocca Kia here in Ewing, New Jersey for allowing the channel access to this 2024 EV6 GT line long range for a review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.